Hey, what's going on, guys? If you clicked on this video, then you probably were either watching my other video and you clicked over here because you were interested in this, or maybe you just saw the title on YouTube. If you don't know me, my name's Corey. I'm a photographer. Maybe you like photography, maybe you like camping and overlanding, maybe you just thought this was interesting, but either way, let's get into it. In this video, I want to talk about my camping setup. I've had a bunch of people ask me about it because they're just curious about it, or other people who are into rooftop tents and stuff like that, and I just want to go over real quick what I got here and tell you a little bit more about it. So what I've got here is an Ironman 4x4 America rooftop tent that I used to have on top of my car. I used to have a Toyota FJ Cruiser. That thing had well over 250,000 miles on it and finally bit the dust, and I went and got a 2024 4Runner to replace it. I didn't want to put it on the roof anymore because it was very inconvenient, even though I love rooftop tents, because anytime I wanted to go anywhere, I had to pack up the tent because it sat on top of the roof of the car and leave, you know, by packing it up. With the trailer setup, there's a lot of advantages to this setup. I can obviously like park the trailer and leave if I want to go do a hike or do something else. But also the trailer then becomes all my camping storage and kind of my base camp. I've got big plans for the trailer. You're seeing this kind of early on. I haven't had the trailer that long and I haven't really done too many modifications to it yet, but I've got big plans for all kinds of awesome stuff I'm going to be doing to it to make it into a full-blown overlanding, rooftop tent, camping, trailer experience. So yeah, it is a 1967 M416 trailer. It's got pretty beefy tires on it. It's got suspension, which makes it an awesome camping vehicle that you can take basically anywhere. This thing can handle off-roading like incredibly. The suspension makes a huge difference. It's a military trailer, so it's built to be basically indestructible. I got very lucky that the guy I bought this from had already put this frame on it. He was using it as a boat trailer, so he had kayaks on top and then a big canoe through the middle, and he already had all this on, and it was perfect. It holds all the weight, and I was able to just put my rooftop tent right on top, so it was a steal. So yeah, I'll go over in another video, I think, all the modifications that I want to do. Right now it's pretty simple. It's basically just a big bucket inside, and I've just got bins that I've got strapped down with all of my camping gear, and yeah, and I'm going to set it up for you guys so you can see what it looks like when I put the tent out, and why I like having it on a trailer and why I like having a rooftop tent in comparison to a regular ground tent. All right, let's do it, guys. If you're curious about my vehicle and my vehicle setup, which, you know I was when I was watching other guys' videos on YouTube, it is a 2024 Toyota 4Runner TRD Off-Road Edition. It's not the TRD Pro, it's the Off-Road Edition, which I like a little bit better. It's a little bit less money than the TRD Pro and is more designed to be functional rather than just look cool. The TRD Pro is great, but the 4Runner is amazing. And so really any 4Runner you get is going to be awesome. This is the last generation, like the last year model of this generation. So the next year, 2025, is when they completely redesigned them and put a new engine in them and stuff. So I'm very happy actually that I got this one because it's got the tried, tested, and true, tested engine in it that is basically indestructible, will run for hundreds of thousands of miles, and I feel a lot of confidence that it's going to be a very reliable vehicle for a long time. I do have my kayak on top, which is awesome. I love this kayak, and I've been thinking about trying to set something up on the trailer so that I can put the kayak on the trailer, kind of through the middle like the other guy had the kayak or canoe that he had on there, because I think that might be a little better, because sometimes having it on the roof can be a little sketchy when you're on the highway. Like today it was really windy on my way up here, but it's not a huge deal. You just got to strap it down good, which obviously you can see I strapped the heck out of this thing. So yeah, I mean, I've got my stock tires. I'd love to get some bigger, meaner tires on this thing. It's nothing crazy. The military trailer, the M416, does not weigh a lot, so it's very easy to pull. I barely notice it's back there. Like sometimes I forget that it's there, which is great. But yeah, I mean, this car can take me basically anywhere. It's perfect if you're not someone who's like a crazy Jeep guy who's like trying to do insane crawls up over on top of rocks. If you just want a car that's capable and is going to be a good daily car, but is also going to get you where you want to go, if you want to go camping out in the wilderness like I like to do, the 4Runner's for you. Bikes fit in the back, it tows, it's a great car. So yeah, it's a little bit about my 4Runner. I suggest everybody buy Toyota because, frankly, American cars kind of suck. It's unfortunate. I wish it wasn't true, but it is. Alright, so one thing that was really great about this trailer as well when I bought it that it already had is the last guy installed a hitch on the back, which is excellent because it allows me to put this on the back, which is just stabilizer legs, because otherwise this trailer will tip backwards on the back end. So it does need something on the back. There are other ways to do this. So if you're thinking about getting one of these trailers or something similar, you can install legs, you can weld them on. There's a lot of different ways to go about this, and you can look more into that, but I would suggest getting something like this because it makes a huge difference. Otherwise, you might roll over in your sleep in the night and make the tent and the whole trailer tip backwards, and that's not going to be very fun. So let's get this thing on, and then I'm going to get the whole thing set up. Alright, so I've got the cover off. That's just for when you're on the road to keep it covered and keep the rain off of it and stuff like that. Super durable, waterproof cover, which is nice. Another quick feature of the M416 trailer that I love, it has a parking brake built into it. So this right here, push this down, and that trailer's not going to be rolling, which is pretty sweet. Another thing that I have that I would highly suggest if you have any kind of trailer that you're going to leave somewhere is to get one of these locking hitch mechanisms. It's got a key that goes with it. Goes right into your hitch like so. Locks right down, that way nobody can steal your trailer. So the next step of this is to pull the ladder out here, and I just have to unstrap a couple more Velcro straps, and then I'll be able to unfold the tent and show you what it looks like. Alright, so the setup's done. As you can see, it took me, all in all, from actually disconnecting the trailer from the car, putting this down, putting the stabilizer on the back, taking off the cover, opening everything up, 10, 15 minutes tops. But you see, the reason why I like a rooftop tent, there's a couple of reasons. Whenever I was camping as a kid, the worst part of camping was the setup and the teardown. And part of it was because it was on the ground, and getting into a regular tent, you got to get in a lot of times and stand up. And they have better tents now that like pop open and stuff, but that's kind of what this is. For the most part, the bulk of it opens right up as you saw. From there, it's just about setting up the windows and stuff, really, which you can leave closed as well if you want. Like, I've camped in this in winter, and I leave them closed in winter, so it's a little bit warmer inside. So it's a very easy setup. You might have noticed that I was struggling a little bit a couple times to get some of the windows because you got to get up there, and there's a lot of tension on them to get those poles in and stuff like that. That's why one of the upgrades that I'm planning on doing to the trailer is like a couple footholds that stick out. That way I have somewhere to stand and make it much easier. Even on top of the car, that was always difficult. But it's not that bad. It's definitely a young man's game, but for me, I love it. So another big reason why I love a rooftop tent is it's much cleaner than a regular tent. It's not sitting on the ground. The bottom's not going to get wet if it rains. This whole thing is completely waterproof. It's very clean, like the tent itself. If anything, if it gets wet, I go home, I open it up in my driveway so it can dry. But you also stay very clean inside because you're not on the ground. There's not as many bugs. I rarely ever get bugs inside of it. There's not as much of a chance of snakes or critters, or even if there's a bear wandering around your campsite, you're much safer in something like this than you are on the ground because it's much more complicated for them to figure out how to get up to you. And you can, if you're really worried about it, you can pull the ladder up. You know what I mean? Like, you've got a little bit of safety features that just, I think, keep you safer. And a lot of people don't realize, but inside this thing on the platform is a 2-inch memory foam bed. It's not the greatest thing in the world. You're still camping, but man, it's a flat surface. There's no rocks, and there's a 2-inch memory foam. It's a lot better than sleeping on the ground, but you're still camping. You're still in a tent. You're still, not in some luxurious RV. You're not glamping. This is still camping. And it's just a little bit better. So let me show you a couple more things. So if you're not familiar with rooftop tents and you're thinking about getting one, or you're just curious, you just think it's interesting, yeah, there is a ladder. You do have to climb up into it, but it's kind of sweet. I think it's awesome. You kind of feel like you're in a treehouse. So there is that whole element to it, and because I am on a trailer, there is a little bit of rock that goes on sometimes, but that's also part of the reason I got that stabilizer. That helps with it a lot. The parking brake on this trailer helps a lot with that as well. There are tie downs for the entrance here if you want to tie down if it's super windy. I'm probably not going to do that tonight because I don't think it's going to be necessary. But yeah, this is the vestibule, if you want to call it that, where you crawl up into it. One thing that's pretty sweet is this brand and most brands have a drop down that you can buy. It zips right on right here, and it's an add-on little vestibule kind of thing. I'm definitely planning on getting that at some point. I think it's $300 or $400, but I think it'll be worth it because it makes a little extra storage area, because basically all of this down here becomes extra tent, and you can put gear and stuff down there. You can even plop a chair down here and sit if it's raining or if it's crappy weather. It makes like a whole nother tent area. It drops down. That's more work, sure, but it makes for a pretty sweet setup. So, yeah, this is the entrance. Let me take you guys inside. All right, so welcome to the inside of the rooftop tent. Welcome to my humble abode. Something that I've done inside the tent here is, this is a tarp that I bought that had that reflective material on the inside. I have camped in this in winter multiple times, and this just provides a little extra insulation. It keeps the heat in, even just your body heat when you're inside this thing. It kind of reflects that and keeps it much warmer. But I find even in summer it helps because it helps there be a little bit thicker of a barrier if there's a lot of sun on top of the tent. Keeps it real dark in here, and much cooler if you're camping in summer as well. It's fall right now, but it's pretty warm. It's like 75 degrees here in New Hampshire. So yeah, I've got the windows open. I might open this back as well. This is the door area where I came up from the tent, and there's a door on the other side as well, just with no ladder. But I might open that up to let some airflow in because it's pretty warm up here. I kind of expected it to be chillier, but I'm fine with that because I'll sleep comfy tonight. It'll probably get down at least the 60s, I'm sure, at night. So it'll be nice and comfortable. So just to kind of show you around a little bit, you've got one of the windows right here. There are some really nice handy pockets for your stuff right here. And yeah, you can see the mattress, which has like a vinyl cover. I do usually put a blanket on top of that to make it a little bit more comfy. There's that back door. Here's the other window, as you can see. That way you have some nice stuff to look at while you're lying in the tent. And yeah, it's pretty sweet. So yeah, guys, that's my setup with my M416 1967 military trailer, my Ironman America 4x4 rooftop tent, and inside the trailer is just all my gear. I've got my cooler, a propane tank, my water storage. I've got big plans for what I want to do to modify this thing, but I think I'll talk about that in another video. This one was more just a little tour and to show how it sets up and everything. So if you like this and you want to see more about what I'm going to do with this thing, and if you want to see some videos about my adventures in New England and beyond, click subscribe. Maybe you would subscribe if I could actually say the word, but we're keeping it real, right? Yeah, I think it's going to be a beautiful night. I'm here in the middle of fall in New Hampshire. It's 2025 and the colors are muted this year. If you live in the Northeast, you've heard all about the major drought we've been having, and the colors are not as nice this year, but it is still absolutely gorgeous out. And I am a photographer, and I'm very excited to be getting some photos of what I do see. Regardless of the foliage, this is a beautiful area. I'm right near Franconia Ridge Park right now. It's an incredible area. There's so many amazing sights to see, beautiful mountains, beautiful waterfalls. So if you want to see some of my photography, you can follow me on Instagram at I'm Corey Sherman, and on TikTok. I know it's a thing. We got to have it these days, right? I don't love it, but if you want to be like me, if you're a photographer and you want to get your stuff out there, you kind of have to have one these days. So yeah, check me out, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out. Never stop exploring.